Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Mike. Yeah, no warning notice this morning. That's what happens when I lose track of the time, right? Let's get started. Thanks for jumping on here with me this morning as we complete our series this week on success leaving clues. And what do highly successful agents all have in common? And we've run through 8 points now. I got my final 2 for you this morning, and I've saved what I think are it's just what I've found in my career. But I've saved what I found to be the most important 2 points for today. But the first 8 were, right, they all have a target audience. They all have a niche, an area of focus. They're all amazingly consistent. Consistency is one of the key things in this business. If you struggle with consistency, that's going to be a problem. They set very high standards for themselves, typically higher standards for themselves than anybody else could expect out of them. They manage their time because it's the precious commodity, the limited resource that they have, and they have many different moving parts in their lives, probably just like you do, right? And time's the great equalizer on this planet, right? You can think things aren't fair and some people get advantages that you don't get, but hey, here's the brutal truth. Every human on the planet gets the exact same number of minutes in every day, 1,440. Nobody gets more. The difference is how some people use their minutes. That tends to be the great separator. They work to control their emotions. They get off the emotional roller coaster and they realize that somebody in every transaction needs to be the cool, calm professional, and they endeavor to be that person. They try to build a career in not a month. They monitor the company they keep. It's so important. Birds of a feather, baby. Birds of a feather. You will become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. I'd be careful who you're spending time with. And the final point that we've already covered is not only do they want coaching, they're coachable. I'm just going to let that hang for a second. Are you coachable? I take a hard look at that. Ask me if I think you're coachable. I'll tell you the truth. Number 9 on our list for this week is something that I still adhere to this day. They have a system of accountability. Hey, look, relying on ourselves is just too hard. It's just too hard. If I have an exercise buddy, sometimes I show up when I might not have otherwise just because I don't want to let them down. I don't think it matters how you set up the accountability. You could be part of our connectors group in the morning where you're just weighing in with the text, but you got to do it by a certain time each morning. It could be a partner or a friend you have in business and you're holding each other accountable. It could be a system of accountability for yourself. Like me, I have 4 alarm clocks. That's a system of accountability. You could come to me for accountability. But when you're self-employed and you're trying to manage yourself, which may be the hardest thing on the planet to do, having a system of accountability is so important. And one of the things I observe in this industry, which is ironic to me, is the one thing that's so important, that accountability, is the one thing so many people resist at all cost. A lot of times people got into this business because they want no accountability in their lives at all. They want everybody to leave them the hell alone and let them do whatever they want to do whenever they want to do it. And I say, okay, I guess that you're right, but how's that going to mesh up with your goals each year? And I just don't think anybody's so good that they don't need systems of accountability in their life. And my last point for this week is their focus isn't on money. Look, if you're in this business to make money, you're never going to love it. Have I worked for free sometimes? I did. I didn't like it, but I did. If you're working for money, then when you get enough money to pay your bills, to support the lifestyle you imagine, why do you keep trying? And so many people say, well, I don't. Once I get whatever minimum standard I have in mind met, I back off. The way I joke about it is, you get a little jingle in your pocket and we won't see you for a while. Right. Those people that do that, when they get a little jingle in their pocket, they take their foot off the accelerator, they're working for money. And once they get enough, whatever that is in each person's mind, they back off. I wouldn't make your focus on money. Why are you working? Why'd you get a real estate license? And if you say it's to make money, I'm going to be personally disappointed in you. I think there has to be a higher purpose. I don't think the money is going to get you out of bed every day. The money isn't going to allow you to do any of these other 9 things. It's not going to allow you to be amazingly consistent and hold yourself to a high level of accountability and to set your standards higher than everybody else. When you're working for money, you're not going to do any of those things. Once you get enough money, you're going to back off. It's got to be about more than money, doesn't it? What's your purpose? Why are you doing this? And usually what you hear from people when they get honest, when they peel back the onion enough to get to the truth, is they're not working for money. They might be working for a personal need that they have. They might be working for other people. They might be working for some bigger picture thing. I talked to Casey McGurk. She wanted a pumpkin patch, which I think is hilarious. And she's got her pumpkin patch now. And that's awesome. And then she's going to want a corn maze and a haunted house, and she's going to want all kinds of things. Casey ain't working for money. She's working for her pumpkin patch. And I think probably for her kids and her family too. And when people tell me stuff like that, I think it's very likely you're going to accomplish your goals. You want to make a certain amount of money? I don't know about that. I don't think money gets people out of bed in the morning. I think that pumpkin patch gets Casey out of bed in the morning. She has a passion, she has a dream, she has something that's really important to her that she wants to accomplish. What is that for you? Folks, success does leave clues. Highly successful people have common characteristics. I've just given you 10 this week. There's probably more. How many of these 10 do you share with highly successful agents in this business? And do you have some work to do? Then let's get out there and let's make it happen for ourselves today.